WB4AIZ on frequency.
W8WKY.
WB4AIZ is a pre-controlled WB4AIZ.
WB4AIZ, this is KE8VZA. How you doing tonight? I'm just about ready to put NetLogger up and start the pre-show. So if you could just stand by for a couple minutes, I will be right back.
Sounds good, WB4AIZ.
Good evening. This is Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8VZA. I will be the pre-net control station tonight for the BeaconNet pre-show. And I am here now. We have NetLogger up and running. And I am ready to take early check-ins. And Chuck, I took the liberty of putting a list, so you are there. And would you like to be in and out tonight, Chuck, or are you sticking around for the big show?
Oh, how did you guess? Yes, sir, please. Yeah, I'm usually in and out. It's up past my bedtime. Anyways, I'll be around for the hot chick, but that's about it. WB4 energy.
Roger there, Chuck. I'm going to go ahead and mark you in and out on the list, and enjoy our announcer. I always do. I think she gives us a good send-off. So thanks, Chuck, 73, and enjoy the show. Okay, next I see Eddie in the blue screen. I'm going to go ahead and add you. Eddie? See if I got your call sign right. W3ETB. Yes, indeed. There we go. Okay, I'm going to start picking up some call signs from the blue screen as I see them, and anyone else that's not in the blue screen that would like to check in, please call now.
Kilo Echo 8 Tango Quebec Romeo KE8 TQR.
KE8 VZA pre-net control. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo WV3K.
Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha. This is Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Charlie Kilo.
Okay, we'll pick it up there. This is KE8 VZA. I'll be with you in 1 second. All right. Thus far, I've got Eddie, W3ETV, Keith, KE8TQR. I went ahead and took the liberty of putting Ray in his customary 10th position, K5CFY. Josh and Marie, KE8YUG, KF8ANS, picked you up from the blue screen. And Philip, WV3K. And Josh, the other Josh, W8HRF, picked you up from the blue screen. And same with Kelly. I keep botching your call sign here, but I will get it straight. KE8VZA returning. I have successfully corrected Kelly's call sign, so I got it straight now. I don't know what was going on with between my fingers and the keyboard, but it took about 4 tries, but we got it right now. Anyone else that would like to get in on the early bird list? We have about 2.5 minutes before our lovely announcer comes on and gives us a nice start to our pre-show.
W.
Kilo Alpha 8, Mike November Tango. Tom in Canton will be in and out this evening. 7-3's all.
WD8 to be in and out.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha. This is Kilo Golf 4, Sierra Charlie Kilo.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Golf KF8G Brian and Norton. I'll be in and out.
KF8 AHI Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Hotel India Mike Barberton in and out.
Kilo Charlie 3 Sierra Echo Golf in and out.
Okay, I'm going to pick it up there. All right, I got Tom, KA8MNT. Got you on the list as in and out, Tom. Thanks for checking in, 73. And after Tom was a WD8 station, I apologize, I did not get your entire call sign. If you could please repeat your call sign.
Whiskey Delta 8, Papa Alpha Victor.
All right, we're getting down to the wire here for our announcer. I did get KG4SCK, KF8G, KF8AMI, KC3SEG. KC3SEG, I believe you were in and out. Is that correct?
KC3SEG, I'll be in and out with no... Have a good night.
Got it. Please stand by.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QST. This is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha. My personal is Eric Echo Romeo India Charlie, and I am the pre-net control station for the pre-net show of the Beacon Net tonight on the W8 WKY repeater on 147 Mark 390 in Doylestown, Ohio. PL tone is 114 Mark 8, and that is a positive offset. And before we do our customary Mickey Mouse roll call, just so I don't lose him again, I have to apologize. WD8 station, could you please repeat your call sign?
It's Whiskey Delta 8, Papa Alpha Victor. How's the signal?
Very good. I copy Whiskey Delta 8, Papa Alpha Victor. Your signal is very good, and I got you on the list here, Ken. Thank you.
Okay, we're in and out.
Roger, copy in and out. Thanks for the check-in, 73. Okay, now we're going to do our Mickey Mouse roll call, and I have not finished color coding everything here, so we'll do that as we go along. So first on the list is our Master of Ceremonies for the main net at 10 o'clock, and that is Nick at Night. KE8QKO. How you doing, Nick? And what's going on?
KE8QKO. Hello, Eric, and hello, everybody waiting patiently to check into the pre-show. I'm here, standing by for the start of the net. I hear there's some sort of sun activity thing tomorrow going on that it actually has given me the day off, so I don't have to work tomorrow, and I went to the gym today, so I don't have to get up early to go to the gym. So hopefully tonight's net will be, a little more energetic, and I'm not as rushed as some of them seem to be because I have more time. Anyway, with that, sir, I'll pass it back to you, and let's stand by for the start of that. KE8QKO.
Very good, Nick. You're sounding good. Yes, I've been given special dispensation to work from home tomorrow, so I don't have to, worry about getting in the potential snarl or parking lot of traffic. So that sounds good. We'll clear with KE8QKO for now. We'll keep on going with our Mickey Mouse roll call. The next station, I'm not sure if he's going to be present tonight because I was asked to do the trivia as well. But I'll throw a shout out there for KE8QWE, Mike. Are you out there, Mike? Okay, Roger, I copy. Dustin in the blue screen. QWE isn't going to be here tonight. Okay, so we'll take care of that in a minute. So that takes me down to Dustin, KD8EPC. How you doing tonight, Dustin?
KD8VZA and the Beacon Net pre-show. This is KD8EPC. We're here. Might as well keep me on the list. I'm not 100% sure I'll be here, but I will try to stay awake. This is KD8EPC, back to Free Net Control.
All right, Dustin, very good. I got you on the list. You're sounding good tonight. We'll clear with KD8EPC, and we'll roll on down to just Nick, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Nick? And are you sticking around?
KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric. You're sounding fine. Sounds like Nick's ready to rock and roll tonight. He's going to run it till midnight. This is KD8SLG. I'm here, man. Back to net control.
Awesome there, Just Nick. Good to hear you tonight. You're sounding good as well. And we look forward to hearing further comments from you down the log here. So we'll clear with KD8SLG. And usually he's not here yet, our alt trivia master, Alan, KI5DAY, but we'll go ahead and give him a shout, KI5DAY. Alan, are you out there yet? No response. We'll circle back for Alan. Okay. I'm going to read what we have on the list thus far, and then we're going to take some further check-ins. I got WB4AIZ, Chuck, down in Florida. He was in and out. Thanks again, Chuck. Eddie, W3ETB. Keith, KE8TQR. I went ahead and put Ray in there. He was in placeholder 10. I deleted a row. Now he's in 9. So he's a little earlier. K5CFY, KE8YUG Josh, KF8ANS Marie, WV3K Philip, W8HRF Josh, KC0LRM Kelly. We have KA8MNT and WD8PAV. Both stations were in and out. Thank you, gentlemen. 73. Got Mark in the middle, KG4SCK, and Brian, KF8G. And Michael, KF8AHI, and last on the list so far is KC3SEG, who was in and out. Okay, further check-ins. Go ahead and call now. I ask that you please give your call sign phonetically. And emergency traffic, just a note, break in at any time. So this is KE8VZA looking for more check-ins.
Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Charlie Echo, Chris and Medina, in and out.
Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, Fred in Akron,
I'm going to have to be in and out this evening, Eric. You folks have a joyous time here this evening. Great net. I'll say 7-3 to everybody, and hopefully everybody gets to enjoy the total eclipse tomorrow. Take care, pal. Back to net.
W8WKY.
November Tango 8 Delta NT8D Dave and Copley. If you mark me in and out there, Eric, and we'll catch some of y'all on the barometer net in the morning.
This is Kilo Echo 8, Papa Whiskey Tango. James in Cuyahoga Falls. I will also be in and out this evening.
Okay, I'm going to pick it up there. All right, that last batch there, we had KD2HCE Chris in and out. Thanks, Chris, 73. And Fred, WA8KOC, also in and out. Thank you, Fred, for checking in, 73. And I picked up from the blue screen K6KJV Kevin. And after Kevin was Dave, NT8D, who asked to be in and out. Thanks, Dave, 73 to you. We'll hear you tomorrow morning. And James, KE8PWT, who also asked to be in and out. Thanks for checking in, James, and 73. Okay. Any more check-ins before I go work this list? Please call now.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha, Neil and Brewster.
Okay, we're going to pick it up there. I got you there, Neil. Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha, got you on the list. Okay, let's work who we have thus far. And if you ran away from the radio and you're heading back and you want to check in, I will take more check-ins here in a minute. But we're going to go ahead and see who's sticking around and who might want to be in and out. So, okay, Eddie, he says he's going to be sticking around, W3ETB from the blue screen. So, very good, Eddie, got you there. Keith, KE8TQR. How you doing tonight, Keith? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Yes, sir. I'll be sticking around for the big show, KE8TQR.
Very good, Keith. Got you on the list. Next, we'll go down to Ray, K5CFY. He may still be on that other net. Ray, K5CFY, are you here yet? Nothing heard. We will circle back for Ray a little bit down the line here. Next on the list, we have Josh, KE8YUG. Are you hanging around for the big show tonight, Josh?
KE8VZA, this is KE8YUG. Good evening, Eric. It's great to hear you. Yep, going to be sticking around. Looking forward to it. And I'll send it back to pre-net control, KE8YUG.
Very good, Josh. Good to hear you tonight. And got you on the list here. We'll step on down to Marie, KF8ANF. How you doing tonight, Marie? And are you sticking around for the big show as well?
KE8BZA, this is KF8ANS. Hi, Eric. Good job on the pre-net show tonight. I want to say go Team Ham. And yes, I will be sticking around for the big show. Looking forward to it. This is KF8ANS. Back to pre-net control.
Excellent, Marie. Good to hear you. Got you on the list. Well, and thank you for the compliment. We will clear with KF8ANS for now and go on down to Philip, WV3K. How you doing tonight, Philip? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
WV3K, back to KE8, VCA, pre-net control. I'm going to stick around, Eric, and your audio is sounding absolutely wonderful tonight. So, and to coordination in the net thus far is just excellent. So looking forward to it. Back to net control. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo.
All right, very good, Philip. Thank you for the audio report. I made a couple tweaks to my rig here after the net. Can't remember when it was. One of the nets last week. Anyway, thank you. And we'll clear with WV3K, and we'll head on down to Josh, W8HRF. How you doing tonight, Josh? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA, W8HRF. Good evening, Eric. Good evening to everybody on the net. Yep, I will be sticking around for the really big shoe, and looking forward to it. And really looking forward to tomorrow. I'm sitting here looking at the weather report from Channel 3 News, and man, we might get lucky. I'm excited. So, anyways, catch you in a little bit. Thanks for running pre-show. Sounds really good. And looking forward to talk to Nick and Knight in a little bit. KE8VZA. Oh, I was going to ask you, did you get off work on Monday? I think I heard you talking on one of the NORS nets about how you're going to petition your boss about being able to watch the eclipse or work from home or something like that. I was curious if you were able to do that. So, KE8VZA, W8HRF.
KE8VZA returning. Yes, Josh, I got a hold of my new boss down at HQ Friday, and he gave me the green light to work from home. So I'm meeting with him Tuesday, so I actually have some real work to do, and in preparation for that meeting on Tuesday. So, but it's all good. I don't have to worry about traffic or any potential headaches there. I was envisioning getting to work okay, but then having trouble getting home, and so that is all been alleviated. But thank you for asking. So we'll clear with W8HRF for now and go down the list to Kelly, KC0RM. How you doing tonight, Kelly? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA. Hey, thanks for getting in there, Eric. Yes, I will be sticking around for the big show, and I figured y'all would be somehow calling this like maybe the Eclipse Beacon version or something. I don't know. Maybe figure that in there somehow. Thanks for running that for the pre-show, I guess, and yep, I will be sticking around. Back to you. Let you get on down the list there. All right, thanks. Talk to you later.
That's a good idea there, Kelly. I will leave that up to the discretion of our Master of Ceremonies, Nick at Night, when we get the main net kicked off here. But I have to report that my trivia question for tonight is eclipse-oriented, let's say that. Okay, thanks, Kelly, for checking in. Got you on the list. We'll clear with you. We'll clear with KC0LRM. And we'll go down KA8MNT. Tom was in and out. Thanks, Tom, 73. And WD8PAV, Ken, was also in and out. 73, Ken, thank you, sir. And next on the list is Mark in the middle. KG4SCK. How you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around tonight?
KE8VZA. This is KG4SCK/Alpha Echo. Hi, Eric and everyone. My radio's been on all day, and this is the first time I've had the pleasure of hearing you guys or anybody on. So I figured I'd better just check it out, make sure it still works. Been playing around making some UHF, VHF diode detectors, and that was fun. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure the rig was working and not too scratchy with the leaning out antenna over there. But I'm going to be in and out, bud. 73s to everyone. KG4SCK, clear.
W8WKY.
All right, word from our sponsor snuck in there. All right, Mark, and very good. I got you on the list, marked you in and out, and congratulations on the Stroke Alpha Echo. That's awesome. I will achieve that at some point. I need to get my you-know-what in gear and keep on studying. But thank you for the inspiration. We'll clear with KG4SCK 73, Mark. And we'll go down to Brian, KF8G. I think Brian may have been in and out, but I somehow may have missed that. KF8G. How you doing tonight, Brian? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Well, I thought I'd pop in and say hi since I'm not working tomorrow. I took the day off to see the eclipse, so I thought I'd say hi and see what was going on in the net. I'll be listening, but I probably won't be participating. I usually go to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, and 10 o'clock's getting pretty late for me, so I'll say 7-3s and I'll listen out, but I'll have the radio on. Good evening, everyone. KF8G.
Okay, very good there, Brian. Yeah, I know how it is. You know, your body gets kind of hardwired, so to speak, to the schedule, and even when you're off, your body doesn't realize it sometimes. So no problem. Got you on the list here, and we marked you in and out. If you're still awake and you want to jump back in there, just do a recheck. No problem. Thank you, Brian, and 73 for you if we don't talk to you again tonight. Let's see, we'll clear with KF8G, and we'll go down to KF8AHI. Michael, how you doing tonight, Michael, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
No, I was down for an in and out, but as long as I'm on here, I just want to say everybody have fun, be safe, and enjoy the day tomorrow. Back to Net Control, KF8AHI.
All right, Michael, thank you. Got you on the list. I'm going to mark you in and out as well. And also, if you'd like to jump back in there, just do a recheck whenever the opportunity presents itself. Enjoy the eclipse tomorrow at 73. Thanks for checking in. Next, we had KC3SEG. Greg was in and out. KD2HCE. Chris was in and out. 73 to both of you gentlemen. And Fred, WA8KOC. Got you, Fred, in and out, and we'll look forward to hearing you later this week on the Barometer Net of 73s. Okay, now we go down to Kevin, K6KJB. How you doing tonight, Kevin? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Well, hello to you and everybody else on the net and all around the world. And I'm doing just fine. Hope y'all's doing just fine. And I'm going to try to stick around. Just putting dinner on the grill right now, so I may not be able to. But I'm going to be listening. So if you want to give me a shout out, that's fine. Or not, I can do a recheck. And with that, I'm going to say God bless, 73, just in case, and back to you, Nick.
All right, Kevin. I'm going to go ahead and leave as is, and if when they get back down to you, when Nick gets back down to you, if you're there, you're there. If you're not, you're not. Sounds good. We know that you got something probably tasty on the barbecue there. And sometimes that's more important. But thank you for checking in. We'll clear with K6KJV for now. And next on the list was NTAD, or is NTAD, Dave, who checked in and out. We'll look forward to hearing you on the Barometer Net tomorrow, Dave. And next, 73, Dave. And next, KE8PWT, James was on the list, in and out. Thanks, James, 73. And next, we have K5RFG. Neil, how you doing tonight, Neil? And are you sticking around for the big show?
This is Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Lee from Metro and Brewster. I'm going to stick around just for harass everybody. I haven't been on for a long time. My wife had surgery, and I haven't been on the radio for a month, so probably going to have to deal with me. WD8LLA, back to net control.
WLLA, I apologize. I typed somebody else's call sign on your row there. I fixed it. Did you say you were going to stick around, or were you going to be in and out tonight, Neil?
No, I'll stick around here. I usually don't, but I've had a lot of sleep in that. I'm going to hang in there tonight. Back to net control.
All right, Neil. Got your call sign corrected here. Apologize for that. And we got you on the list. Thanks for your check-in. And we'll clear with WD8LLA, and we'll go down to the next station, KE8ZZR. I got you from the blue screen there, Harry. How you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
K8VZA, this is K8ZZR. Good evening, Eric, and everybody on the net. Yes, I will be sticking around.
All right, Harry. Good to hear you tonight. We got you on the list. Thank you. We'll clear with KE8ZZR. And next station on the list was KE8QOY, who indicated through the blue screen that he wished to be in and out tonight. So, Joseph, thank you for checking in, and 73 to you. And next on the list is K5RFG, finally. I got you on here, Ryan. And how you doing tonight? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
AFI. AFI-JB, Matt, tell us a short time.
All right, this is KE8VZA returning. I did not hear anything from K5RFG. I'm going to go ahead and leave you on the list, Ryan, sorry. And I did copy another check-in, AF5JB, Matt. Good to hear you tonight, Matt. And you indicated you were short time. Do you wish to share some comments with the net at this time?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Very good. Go ahead, Matt. The floor is yours. AF5JB, this is KE8VZA. Go ahead there, Matt. Go ahead and share your comments with the net. AF5JB, this is KE8VZA. Are you still out there, Matt?
W8WKY.
Okay, AF5JB, I'm sorry, we're not able to copy you at this time. We don't hear anything. You had the repeater just fine for the first time around. I'm not sure what happened there. I'll come back to you. I'm going to touch base with another station here that I picked up from the blue screen. We have Mark, KC8FQV. How you doing tonight? Are you going to stick around for the big show?
All right. Yep, KCFQV, I'll stick around. I had a nice day today. You know, and this getting later, staying later, trying to say that, it messes up the thing of when you want to get into the net. You know, because normally when I was going home from my sister in earlier this year, 6 meter net would be on at 7. It don't change time, but it'd be dark out. So I said, oh, okay, we got to get in there. But now it's lighter and it like messes. You got to have a watch on so you can check the time. But we'll be around. And next weekend is Falls Ham Fest. So we'll send it back to net. And it's great being able to do two things and two different devices at the same time. KCFQV.
All right, Mark, got you on the list here. Thanks for checking in. And yeah, I know this having more light at the end of the day, more daylight, I love it, but I am not used to it either. I have to keep looking at my watch, and it's always later than I think it is. But that's good. You know, we'll adjust to it as we go along here. But yeah, I agree. So thanks for checking in. We'll clear with KC8FQV, and I'm going to jump back Matt AF5JB. He was short time and wanted to share some comments with the net. Are you out there still, Matt? AF5JB, go ahead and share your comments.
Getting to everybody on the net, and I'm looking forward to the Green Country Ham Fest coming up the next weekend, so that should be pretty cool. I've been playing more about 20 miles.
AF5JB, this is KE8VZA. I did copy a little bit of your transmission. I did hear that you're looking forward to the Green Country Ham Fest, and if I was closer, I would definitely go to that. But do you want to give it another shot? Do you have some more to share with the net? All right, Matt, AF5JB, this is KE8VZA. I think we're having some sort of a technical issue, but I'm going to leave you on the list a short time, and we'll come back to you if you can maybe get things sorted out down there. But it is now the top of the hour, and if you are still waiting to check in, don't worry. Nick at Night will take some more check-ins in a few minutes. So at this point, I'm going to turn over the floor to KE8QKO, Nick at Night. How you doing tonight, Nick?
Hello.
Last caller, please stand by. Hello, Eric. Thank you for another fine pre-show and a good number of check-ins there. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is K8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar. And I will be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is direct net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters, so we ask you to keep for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit, so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. right, nothing heard there. Any stations that have not checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
November 8, Whiskey Bravo, N8WB, Stephen, Sharon Township.
Alpha Bravo 8, Mike Oscar, EB8MO, Auntie in Newberry.
Casey, IBFON, Kilo Charlie 5, Mike Oscar November, Michael in San Angelo, Texas, short timer monitoring.
Kilo Charlie 8, Echo Echo Yankee, KC8 EEY, Dave from East Sparta.
I'll try once again. The AFIJB, you might tell us what time.
Kilo Quebec 4, India Zulu Vic, James in Salisbury, North Carolina.
Kilo 5, Oscar Sierra Bravo, K5 OSB, Lloyd and Tulsa, in and out.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha Kilo Lima, KF8, AKL, Mike in North Canton, in and out.
K6DAK, that's Kilo Mike 6 Delta Alpha Kilo, I'll be on frequency listening.
All right, let's take it right there. I'm going to run through what I've got. I'm going to verify that with the NetLogger here, and we'll make sure we got everybody checked in that has already tried to. So I'm going to start off my list here. I have NAWB Stephen. I have AB8MO Andy. I have KC5MON Michael, who is short time. I have KC8EY Dave. I have AF5JB, short time. I have KQ4IZV. And then I have K5OSB. That would be Lloyd. So correction on the NetLogger there, K5OSB, I think, for Lloyd. And then I have KF8AKL Mike, also in and out. And then I have KM6DAK. I did not catch a personal on the last one. This should show up here in NetLogger. Is there anybody that I've missed? Please call now. All right, sounds like I did not miss anybody. It looks like from the blue screen we also have KI5TAQ. So, are there any additional check-ins for the BeaconNet? Please call now.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Lima Alpha, Neil and Brewster.
The 5, beautiful here from Oakville. Nice to say hi to you.
All right, I'll take it right there.
W8WKY.
All right, I have WD8LLA Neil, and then there was another station that was very, very static that tried to check in after Neil. Could you come back with your call sign again, please? Because you were completely broken up and I didn't pick up any of it.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Lima Alpha.
Thank you, Neil. I have you in there. I'm looking for the station that tried to check in after you. That station was completely garbled. Please come back again with your call, please.
Thank you.
Wow, this Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Lima Alpha. Copy?
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Lima Alpha. Neil, I have you with a copy. I have you checked in. There was another station that tried to check in after you. I did not read any part of their transmission. I'm trying to get them. You are checked into the net, sir. I am going to wait for the next station. Whoever was trying to check in after Neil, I didn't catch any of your transmission again. Maybe you can try to relocate or try to increase your power, but I didn't get any part of who was trying to check in there. If you can do that again, I'll give you one more shot, but otherwise I'll have to move on. So please go ahead and try with your call again. All right, nothing heard there. Perhaps the station that tried to check in after Neil can try to relocate and maybe adjust their power and get back with us a little bit later. Okay, so we have a couple of short time stations that are in here. I'm going to get to them here in just a moment after I get our trivia question read for us. It looks like our alternate trivia master is here. So before I go over the trivia masters, it's almost 10 after, so I'm going to go ahead and identify. This is KE8QK with a WWKY repeater running through the beacon net tonight. We're going to start with our main trivia question, which is KE8VZA. Eric, how you doing, sir? And what is the main trivia question tonight?
KE8QKO, this is KE8VZA. Doing well tonight, Nick. I hope you are too. In honor of the eclipse event tomorrow, tonight's main trivia question is about eclipses. And the question is, what year was the first recorded total solar eclipse in the United States? The choices are Alpha, 1778, Bravo, 6, Charlie, 1869, or Delta, 1878. I'm going to take a break and come back right away and read it a second time. KE8VZA returning with a reread of the main trivia question. What year was the first recorded total solar eclipse in the United States? Choices are Alpha, 1778. Bravo, 1806, Charlie, 1869, or Delta, 1878. And I will post this in the blue screen in a minute. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. You know what? I'm going to have to read that in the blue screen because I was looking at my log and comparing it to yours during your transmission. But thank you for the trivia question. And next we're going to go down to KF5DAY Alan and get the alternate question for us. Alan, go ahead and take it away, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Nick. Hope you're doing well. And just real quick, how is my signal?
Your signal is just fine, sir. Go ahead and with your trivia.
Thank you very much. I'd hate to start reading this and find out that I wasn't being heard. But anyway, did a lot of countless hours of in-depth research for this trivia question tonight, so please bear with me as I read it. Let me let this drop and I will read tonight's alternate trivia question. I'm going to read that question again, and then I'll read the answers a couple times. So the infamous PBS smooth-talking painter, Bob Ross, we all know and love him, he got his inspiration to paint from which one of the following? Was it A, from a schoolmate named Danya Monet, the granddaughter of Claude Monet, a French artist? Was it B, the U.S. Air Force? Was it C, from his uncle, Terry Ross, who was a wood-burning pyrography artist? Or D, from Michelle Angelina Cornwaldobine, his art instructor in high school? There's tonight's alternate trivia question. I'll read the answers one more time. Let me let this drop. The answers for choices for Bob Ross's inspiration were A, schoolmate named Daniel Monet, the granddaughter of Claude Monet, a French artist; B, the U.S. Air Force; C, from his uncle Terry Ross, who was a wood-burning pyrography artist; or D, Michelle Angelina Cornwaldobine, his art instructor in high school. Good luck. KI5DAY, back to Ned.
All right. Thank you for another fine alternate question there, Alan. I'm going to think about that one as I also think about the primary question. I'm torn between two answers. Haven't decided which one I want to give for the primary, but I think I know which one I want to do for yours. Maybe I'll change my mind. All right. So this is KEKO, the WWKMR repeater. We have a lot of people checked in here. A good number for the first round. Holy cow, 40 check-ins at the start of the net. We don't usually see that too much. This is awesome. And then we got our trivia questions. I have a couple of short time stations I'm going to get to first. I don't see any in NetLogger, so I have two on my list from the check-ins after I took over, and that's going to start with KC5MON Michael. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Kilo Charlie 5, Mike Oscar November. Michael, I hope we didn't take too long to get back to you. But if you have traffic at the Beacon Net, we're happy to take it. Maybe get some answers at the trivia. All right, unfortunately, it looks like maybe we missed Michael. Perhaps he can get back in the range or get back in later. We're going to try our other short time station, which is AF5JB. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? Alpha Foxtrot 5, Juliet Bravo, Matt, are you out there, and do you have traffic for the Beacon Net? All right, nothing here from Matt there. Perhaps he also made it out of range, and we weren't able to get back to him. Sorry, we had a bit of a run in there. Started the net ran a little longer than usual, so if any short time station's not affected, I do apologize. But you're welcome to check in with us again, so if you're listening and you have a chance to get back with us, we're happy to take you back in. And we're going to go all the way up to the top of our list here. Our first station is WB4AIZ Chalker, who's in and out. Next, it takes us down to W3ETV Eddie. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
W8WKY.
Yeah, hi there, Nick. Yeah, I'm recovering from my cold still, and I had to go down and get me some orange juice. So hopefully I won't cough in the middle of all this, but I better go ahead and get to the trivia question before I do. Actually for the main trivia question, I was kind of leaning towards B, but then I looked at the trivia question when it was posted, and I saw 1778. I think sounds like something that Benjamin Franklin might record, so I don't know. I'll go with A for the main one. And for the alternate for Alan's, let's see, I think it was C, I believe. I got to figure out what C really was, Alan. Okay, where are you, Alan? Okay, there you are. Okay, yeah, I'll go with his uncle, Terry Ross, wood-burning pyrograph. I think that would be a an inspiration for doing maybe something in oil. You know, let's hope that Bob Ralph never did set his oils on fire. But anyway, just wanted to say hi and say hello to everyone. And I probably will be sleeping by the time the net's over. So anyway, I'll go ahead and say my 73 now and wish everybody a good night. W3ETV, back to net.
All right, thank you, Eddie. And get some sleep and enjoy the day tomorrow. So thanks for checking in with us there. Next, we're going to go down and talk to K8TQR. Keith, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
K-E-A-Q-K-O, K-E-A-T-Q-R. Good evening, Nick, and to your logger back there, Eric. Hi, Eric. You're both doing a fine job tonight, and thank you for running the net. And good evening to everyone else getting in here on the net tonight. Good to hear everybody. It looks like there's a good list going. Trivia. The main trivia question, I'm going to go with B. I liked Eddie's, but I think it's B. Yeah, I'm going to go with B. And for the alternate trivia question, well, there's only one right answer, and it has to have a Cornwaldo bean in it, so I'm going to go with D, Delta. So those are my answers. Quiet weekend here at the QTH. Did some yard work today because we had a beautiful day with sunshine. Got some lawn mowed, some bushes trimmed, and yesterday I actually did some DXing. I don't do contesting, but I like making the contacts, and I made some contacts in Poland and Romania. So there's that. I'm looking forward to tomorrow because we have this wonderful eclipse that we're all waiting for. The wife and I have bought some moon pies to eat while we're watching the eclipse. Not too closely, though. Don't want to go blind. Everybody be careful. And, yeah, there's that. Hope everyone has a great week and stay safe out there on the highways and byways. And with this, I will turn it back over to you, Nick, at Net Control. And just want to wish everyone a great week, 73, and God bless.
All right, thank you, Keith. Moon pies. I did not think of getting moon pies for the eclipse. That would have been awesome. It's probably I'm not going to go hunting for that tomorrow. I have too much going on. I actually have to start turn on the old barbecue grill tonight after the net's over and start smoking up some pork for tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I've got going on. But yeah, thanks for the idea there, Keith. Got your answers down for Bravo and Delta. And next, we're going to go down and talk to K5. CFY, Ray. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the net tonight?
KE8QKO, this is K5CFY. Good evening, everyone. Nick, great net. Thanks for doing net control. You do have a great helper there in the NetLogger there. Mr. Eric there always does a great job of that. And, boy, you got a good list there. Got some a lot of good people on there. I'm going to say hi to Maria and Josh there. And everybody else on there. So anyway, I'll get off of here. Let me give me my answers. How they're easy tonight. I'm going to go with beacon and barometer. So there you go. Catch y'all later. 73 K5 CFY.
All right, thank you, Ray. You know, I think great minds think alike. I'm also going to go with Bravo and Bravo. So go ahead and put me down for those now because I'll forget later on in the net. Okay, and we're kind of at almost about still past the 10-minute mark here. I'm going to keep my identification on the 10-minute mark if I can. So I'm going to say this is K8QK with a WWK repeater. Going through a list of check-ins on the Beacon net. So we'll be reset when we hit 10:30. And our next station is K8YUG. Josh, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon net tonight?
K8QKO, this is K8YUG. Good evening, Nick. It's great hearing you. Good hearing everybody else out there. It's a good night. Let's see, well, I'll do the trivia first. I'll make it easy. I'm going to go B Bravo for both. So B Bravo for both of those. Yes, hello Ray, K5 CFY, sounding good. And it sounded good on the border breaker net. That was really, I won't spoil it, but if Marie got in there, it was fun. I had to do stuff for work, so I couldn't get in, but I heard you, and yeah, I'm going to get in there. I'm off tomorrow, so I'll probably try and do it tomorrow. But waving a big old hand at you. Let's see, we passed some traffic the other night for the first time. Sent some messages in the traffic net. I do the net report, but this was a little bit different. We prepared it ourselves, and boy, is that fun. But we had a good day here, got chores done, did some 10 meters, taught to Brazil, taught to California, 11 meters, and yeah, we had fun on the CB with some friends. The buddy's birthday, so whenever it's somebody's birthday on the CB, we just say it, you know, you tell everybody, hey, you know, it's this guy's birthday, and they just keep doing it. And so we had fun with that, playing video games, and looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Hopefully we have some sun. Yeah, good call on the moon pies. We got our moon pies, we got our sun chips, so we're all set. 73, I'll send it back to you. K8YUG.
All right, thank you, Josh. Got you on there for Bravo and Bravo. Yeah, chores. You know, I had a whole list of stuff to do today, and I don't know if I got half of it done, but it was a beautiful day. Hopefully tomorrow's gonna be nice too. And next, let's go down and talk to your better half there, KF8 ANS Marie. How you doing? And what do you have for the beacon net?
K8QKO. This is KF8 ANS Marie here. Hi, Nick, and everybody else. So first, I'm going to do trivia. I'm going to do D Delta for the first one and B Bravo. So D Delta, B Bravo. I did want to say hi to Ray, K5, CFY. It was good joining the border breaker net. I'm going to try and do it again and try and wrangle Josh. I know he's at work sometimes, but maybe we'll try and schedule, you know, lunch break so we can check into the border breaker net. So we did have a 10-meter contact today. That was my first 10-meter contact, and my first job at like working on contact, which was kind of fun. Curious, like doing your call sign over and over and super fast with your signal and 73, kind of fun, and maybe I'll try it again sometime. The traffic net was fun too, and like Josh said, we did pass our first traffic. That was fun to do, and looking forward to hopefully doing some more. So we have all of our things ready for the eclipse tomorrow, and yeah, I'm holding out. We'll have good weather, and we'll be able to catch some good sights. So 73 to all. This is KF8 ANS. Back to net.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Marie. Got you on there for Delta and Bravo, and congratulations on your first 10-meter contest. Sounds like you had a pretty good time there, and keep it up. Okay, next we're going to talk to WV3K Phil. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
W8QKO, WV3K. Hello, Nick. It's good to speak with you again in short order. Anyway, good size up on the list tonight. I would like to say 1776 if you've got that listed. I don't know what letter that is, but that's what I'm going to share with you. The second trivia, I don't know. I don't really have an answer to it. In fact, half the time, by the time we get to being called, sometimes I don't even remember the question. So anyway, I'd just like to say a big thank you to the extraordinary, in my opinion, effort and the orchestration on our very Kingsford for the nice orchestration of his conducting the VEC session was in the plus 40 years plus that I've been a ham operator and working VE sessions through those 40 years after I shortly had gotten my extra. That was the most fun, well-directed session for the many students that we had that morning on this past Saturday. That was such a joy to see them in a very quiet session, and it was the best that I've ever been a part of, and had the joy of being with the greatest of team. So, and the other officers of the team that were working under Stefan was just great. I'm just really humbled by that, and I'm happy to have been a part of that. So my hat's off to Stefan for that, and that's something that we can all be very proud of. With that, I'm going to pass it back over to Net Control, and again, thank you for a nice job that you're doing with the net this evening, Nick, and I'm going to say 7-3, and God bless to all that's monitoring and those that are listening. And good to hear everyone out there. Take care. 73, God bless. This is WV3K. Back to Net Control.
All right. Thank you, Phil. Got you in there very loud and clear. Appreciate you. You're pretty loud coming into the repeater. I don't know if it's your microphone or your game, but you're sounding great. But I was just sitting here. I was kind of leaned in close to my radio, and like, whoa, that was loud. But thanks for getting with us there, Phil. We got your answers down as alpha and a pass on the alternate. It's always good to hear from you, and glad to have you check in. Okay, our next station is W8HRF, Joshua. Oh, Josh. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why. You know, your new call, I still see it. I don't recognize it the same way. But how you doing, Josh? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8, QKO, W8HRF. How's it going, Nick? Man, I'm excited for tomorrow, and my new call sign and strange spelling of my first name throwing everybody off. But let me get my trivia out of the way real quick here. For the main, I'm going to go with Bravo 1806, and for the alternate, I'm going to go with Delta. Michelle Angelina Cornwaldo Bean. It's got to be right. Oh, man. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I got my telescope with the sun filter already, a little holder for my phone to hold it up there against the lens. We got our glasses. I got a whiteboard for us to sit out in front of us so we can look for shadow snakes or shadow bands right before and right after the eclipse. Going to wear our bright red and green shirts. We're going to wear some bright red and green shirts because apparently it also messes with your color perception. That'll be kind of cool. Yeah, definitely recommend. Definitely recommend. There's an app called Solar Eclipse Timer. Highly recommend getting that. I used that during the 2017 eclipse while I was in South Carolina, and it was cool because it told you the exact second to take your glasses off. It told you the exact second to put them on, so you don't burn your eyes and be surprised when the moon moves past the sun afterwards, after totality. It reminds you of things to look for, so you don't forget to look for things. So I'm going to be running that, and I'm excited. I was looking at the weather forecast, and I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to jinx it, but man, I'm getting excited. So we're going to be up on the lake watching with my grandpa, and I think it's going to be, and my mom and my brother, and I think it's going to be a fun day regardless of what happens. So looking forward to it. I hope everybody enjoys it and is safe. With that, I'm going to turn it back to you there, Nick. Have a wonderful Sunday. Thanks and Monday. Tomorrow is the eclipse day, and we'll catch you later. KE8, QKO, W8HRF.
All right, thank you, Josh. Thanks for getting in there. Yeah, have fun tomorrow. Watching on the lake sounds like it'd be an awesome thing. I'm just sticking here close to the house. actually going to my son's Boy Scout troop is doing a thing for all the kids in the troop to go watch the eclipse. So we're going to do that. And I fired up the news smoker. I actually picked up a news smoker because my old one died and tanked out on me. And so I'll be using that to cook some food up for tomorrow. It'll be kind of fun. But it sounds like the lake might be better. Oh, well, it is what it is. Let's get on next. Actually, let's identify real quick. This is KEAKKO and the WWKO repeater going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. And next we have KC0LRM Kelly. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Okay, QKO. Thanks for getting me in there, Nick. First, give me my trivia answer before I forget. Let's just do, for the first one, let's do A, and for the second one, I really wanted to go with the Cornwaldo beam, but I'm going to go off a hunch and go with B on that one. Just like everybody else, I'm kind of waiting for the eclipse. Looks like we may, if the forecast is right, I hope they're wrong, but it looks like we're going to have some cloud cover here, so I was actually planning on driving down to the corner of Oklahoma where it's going to be full totality. But even here in Tulsa, even if I don't go, we still got supposed to be like a little over 95% coverage. So that'd still be pretty good. That's if we can see it. So sounds like y'all might have some clear weather up there. I hope so. And I hope the forecast is wrong for us here too. But if it is, it is. I actually drove up to the last one last time. I think I drove all the way up to Iowa or something on my motorcycle. So that was kind of nice. It was cloud cover then, too, though, so hopefully tomorrow will be better. Well, thanks for running that, and I'll let you get back on down the list there, and everybody have a good evening out there and be safe tomorrow. And like you said, make sure you got those glasses on, and make sure they're the actual certified glasses, too. All right, back to you. Back to Net Control.
All right, thank you, Kelly. Got your answers down for Alpha and Bravo. You know, funny story about those certified glasses. I ordered mine a while ago, and I thought that I had ordered certified glasses, and apparently I didn't. I bought them through Amazon, so, you know, be careful if you're buying that kind of stuff through Amazon, because on Friday night, I got an email from Amazon saying they were refunding me my money for my solar eclipse glasses, and I thought, well, that's weird. Why are they just refunding me the money out of the blue? And I did some research and found out that turns out the manufacturer of the glasses I bought was not on the, we'll say, approved list of manufacturers that have proven they've tested their glasses. So Amazon took them off their website and refunded people money. But that thing had been up for months. So I just wonder what took them so dang long to figure that out. They could have figured it out much sooner. So if I had to buy more, thankfully I don't have to buy more. But if I had to buy more glasses out of an SLL, to have to figure that out on Friday night. So yeah, that's just worth checking out there. So if you got to, make sure your manufacturer's on the approved list. Google that and figure it out. All right, we have a bunch of stations here in and out, so I'm going to run through them real quick. We have KMNT, WD8PAV, KG4SCK. We have KF8G, KF8AHI, KC3SEG, KD2HCE, and WA8KOC. And that takes us down to K6KJV. Kevin, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
W8WKY.
Kilo 6, Kilo Julia Victor. Kevin, are you out there? Do you have traffic for the BeaconNet? All right, perhaps Kevin had to step away. We missed him, but maybe he can get back to us later if he wants to check back in and do a recheck. Okay, we have two more stations after Kevin are in and out. We have NTAP and K8PWT. That takes us down to WD8LLA Neil. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet this evening? Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha. Neil, are you out there? And do you have comments for the BeaconNet? All right, nothing here from Neil. Perhaps he also had to step away. Perhaps he can come back and recheck with us later when if he gets back in. That takes us down to KE8ZZR Harry. How you doing, Harry? And what do you have for us this evening?
KE8QKO, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Nick and everybody. Hope everybody had a nice day. The weather was pretty good today, and it's looking pretty good tomorrow for the big eclipse. So, not much going on around the QTH here today. Doing some yard work. Finalized our plans for our trip. We're heading out to New Mexico in October for the balloon fiesta. So we had to finalize map out our road trip and campgrounds where we're staying on our way out there. We did that today. And other than that, that's about it. We'll just hang around the QTH tomorrow on the back patio for the eclipse. And got our sunglasses, and the wife and I are just watch it happen. So with that, my trivia questions, the main one is going to be A, and the alternate, I have no clue. I'll just go with D. And with that, I'll turn it back to you. 73s, this is KE8ZZR.
All right, thank you, Harry. Did I hear your answers were Alpha and Delta? Can you come back and confirm that?
Yes, Alpha and Delta.
All right, fantastic, sir. Thank you, and enjoy the eclipse tomorrow. Okay, next station we have is KE8QOY. Who is in and out? Oh, that takes us down to a station I have not heard on here in quite a while. And it looks like he had a call back during the pre-show, but he didn't get back to us. But I'm going to call him now. Hopefully he's out there listening, because I have not heard from Ryan in a long time. Kilo 5, Romeo, Foxtrot Golf. K5, RFG. Ryan, are you out there? And do you have traffic for the Beacon Net this evening? Kilo 5, Romeo, Foxtrot Golf. Are you out there? I'll give you one more call. All right, nothing heard there. Too bad. I haven't heard from Ryan in a long time. It's good to hear him. Good to see him in the log, at least. Good to see him get in with us. And next we have AF5JB Matt. I know he was mentioning short time earlier, so hopefully maybe he can get back to us again. Maybe he got back in range or is moving around or whatever. We'll see if he's out there. AF5JB Matt, are you out there with traffic for the Beacon Net? All right, I heard something, I'm guessing it wasn't him. That'll take us down to our next station. And before I do that, I'm going to say this is K8QKO and the WWKR repeater going through us to check-ins for the Beacon Net. And the next station is KC8FQV. Mark, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for us this evening?
All right, KCFQV. Well, I'm going to say the one is 1778, and the other one's B. The alternative is going to be B. And, yeah, they're getting ready for the thing tomorrow, the eclipse. And, you know, anyone that wants to think I am whatever and they want to point my fingers at me and want to call me names, that would they get back. So if they don't like being called names or having fingers pointed at them, then they have to expect it or respect the other people. Respect me. Back it comes, K7Q. And that was more directed to another network that ties to here, the K7QV.
All right, Mark. Thanks. We got you on there for Alpha and Bravo. You know, I heard you mention earlier about the Cuyahoga Falls Hamfest are going on this week, or this next weekend, this coming weekend now, I guess. And I'm going to say, I heard you mention that, and it made me think of something that I wanted to mention at the time, but didn't think about it until I heard your voice again. If you're going to Cuyahoga Falls, and you're going to their Hamfest, and you're driving through, say, Springfield Township, there is a pancake breakfast running from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the United Methodist Church, and right off of Maslin Road. So if you're traveling around that area on your way up there, maybe you can stop by and get some breakfast. Just to let you know, toss out the little promotion for myself and my kid and his troop, and go from there. It is the supportive Boy Scout troop, by the way. All right. Thank you very much there, Mark. Yeah, I know sometimes people are people. You have to deal with them, whether you like it or not. And next we have NAWB. Stefan, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
KE8, QKO, November 8, Whiskey Bravo. Thanks, Nick, for running the net tonight. Good net. What do you call an eclipse that doesn't eat much? A light snack. Ta-da! So anyways, we'll start with the trivia questions. Good ones this evening. The main one, I'm going to go with 1869. I think that was Charlie. And I'm going to go, I saw the documentary about Bob Ross. It was really, really good. Unfortunate thing was that if you've ever seen any of those, or him, especially that one documentary, the husband and wife that were managing him really took him to the cleaners. As a matter of fact, he barely got anything. They stole his paintings and all that stuff, and he was very brilliant. And his son used to paint with him periodically, and so they interviewed his son on that too. I'm going to go with the U.S. Air Force. I know he was in there. I don't know if that was the thing that actually got him to paint, because I know that he was in the documentary they were talking about the U.S. Air Force, and he was stationed in Alaska, and I thought maybe the Alaska landscape, but maybe it's the U.S. Air Force, so I'm going to go with Bravo. I want to say thank you for the kind words from Phil, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, who was one of our VEs for this last yesterday. We had Jerry Strope and Eric and Phil, and we had Gary from over in the Wayne County group, and myself. And we had 17 people. We had half as many people as our COVID session in 2020. We had 34. So we had 17 people. A lot of people wanted to test. I don't know what it is or where, why they all just wanted to do it, but it was just, it was great. We had a great session, 17 people. Very hectic, like the 34 one, but that's when it makes it even more funner. I got everything scanned in by Saturday afternoon, and I got it uploaded when I came back from church. So everybody, when Monday comes and after the eclipse stuff, they'll probably be entering stuff tomorrow and Tuesday. They should be licensed or upgraded by Wednesday. So, but other than that, I'm going to send it back to you, November 8 Whiskey Bravo, back to K8 QKO.
All right. Thank you, Stefan. Let's see. We got transfers down as Charlie and Bravo. I'm glad you had a great turnout for the license for the licensing exam. Sorry, words are escaping me at the moment. You mentioned Bob Ross being in the Air Force. That one thing I thought about when I saw the question is that we had another very local personality, not a national personality, but a local personality that did the weather, Dick Goddard, back in the day. He also served in the Air Force. And the funny thing was, I forget what his degree was in, but it was not in meteorology. The reason that he got into meteorology and ultimately ended up on the news doing the weather was because he did meteorology in the Air Force. So I thought that was a pretty interesting thing. So that's out there as well. Kind of a side subject or side comment off of Alan's question. And I don't know if that's the right answer or not. I'm just kind of guessing, but that's what it is. And our next station we have here is AB8MO. Andy, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net? take it right there for a moment. I'm guessing that was Andy, but Andy, I don't know if I can accurately describe the noise that I heard coming across my radio.
I don't know what that was, but it was locking up
the computer
there, locking up everything. I think at least my node was all locked up here. Good evening, all. This is ABNMO at ABNMO World Headquarters.
I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm guessing you were trying to check in or trying to pass your comments in, but none of it was legible, even a little bit.
Hey,
so I'm going to pass it back to you here one more time and see if we can kind of clean that up. If you can, if not, maybe we'll get back to you. But yeah, it was really, really a weird noise.
Played a game of
I'm
Scrabble,
not sure if anybody else heard it or knows how to articulate it.
I haven't played Scrabble in a long time.
But let's pass it back to Andy one more time. Take it away, sir.
So she was the big winner. Nobody really cared if they won or lost, so I guess that takes the pressure off. But it was good. She just watched a movie now, so I was able to sneak in here. That's why I'm so late. That's why I'm so far down the list. I don't think I've ever been this far down the list, and well, except for when I was on the net control team. And but on the regular list, I've never been this far down. So anyway, yep, she's up here for the eclipse. While East Liverpool, Ohio, that's where my mom grew up. So it's my mom's sister that came up. They're going to have over 90% totality, but she wanted the full 100%. So she came up here, so she's going to spend the night, and the bed's sitting right next to the shack. So she's, like I said, watched a movie, or I wouldn't be on the radio. So anyway, let me get down to answers. Let me drop it a sec. You know what? I'm just going to make it easy peasy for me. I go Alpha Bravo because those are two letters in my call sign. I think 1778, I think was Alpha, and I believe Rob Ross, I think he got his inspiration from the Air Force. We'll find out. Or maybe they told him to page. I don't know. I like Bob Ross. I'm a big Bob Ross fan. Yes, I do watch his shows on PBS. They're on, I don't know, you can usually catch them on the, let's see, one of the subnet channels on WVIZ runs them. So, probably find them on the internet too. All right, I downloaded that app there, Sir Josh, and hopefully we can get together sometime this week. So, with that, that's all I'm going to say. I think I said enough. Back to net, KAQKO, this is ABNMO.
All right, thank you, Andy. We got your answers down to Alpha and Bravo, and sorry, it appears you and I doubled. I heard some weird noises I thought was you that apparently maybe wasn't, and so I was commenting on those, and then you were talking, so I heard somebody was visiting. I didn't hear who that was. I'm guessing half of the net heard it, and half maybe didn't. I'm not really sure. But thanks for being in there, Andy. Like I said, we got your answers down with Alpha and Bravo. And have a great day tomorrow. Okay, so our next station was also a short time station. We tried to contact earlier, but we'll call him out again just in case he came back. And that's KC5MON Michael. If you're out there, sir, and you have traffic for the Beaconette, please come back. Okay, nothing heard from Michael. Let's go down and, actually, before I go down further, I'm going to say this is K8QKO and the WWKO repeater, going through our list of check-ins to the BeaconNet. And we're going to go down and talk to KC8EEY Dave. How you doing, Dave? What do you have for the BeaconNet this evening?
Good evening to the net. Taking a little break from working on a Heathkit transceiver. The more I work on it, the more I find wrong with it. Maybe that's kind of a testimony to my technician skills. But we're trying to breathe some life into it. Getting excited about the eclipse. Plan on going on the other side of Mansfield tomorrow, taking my grandsons and a friend, and hopefully the clouds will give way and we'll be able to spot it. Might also say, don't be fooled. Some say you can take the glasses off during totality. I would suggest that there's enough ultraviolet radiation coming from the corona that can do damage to the back of your eye. As beautiful as it's going to be, I would err on the side of caution, because once that damage is done, it's done. Okay, for my answers to the trivia, the first one is going to be alpha, and the second one is going to be beta. Back to the net. This is KC8EEY.
All right, thank you, David. I think we got you on there for Alpha and Bravo, if I heard that correctly. Yep, Alpha and Bravo. Thanks for checking in there. All right, I have a comment from the blue screen. It seems like K5 RFG may be able to get back in with us here. So I'm going to do a call out again. Kilo 5, Romeo Foxtrot Golf. Ryan, are you out there? And do you have traffic for the beacon net?
KQKO, this is Kilo 5, Romeo Foxtrot Golf. Tried the handheld again, and that didn't work, so I'm coming to you on Echolink. Great to be on the net tonight. It's been a long, long time since I've been on here. But there's good reason for that. We had a house fire back in September and lost a lot of stuff, so just been trying to get things done with the house and, fight with the insurance company and all that fun stuff. Other than that, made it back down to New Orleans for a few days, and while I was down there, I found an old Baofeng radio and thought I'd try that tonight, and apparently it didn't work. So we're working on it. Hopefully I can get something again soon. Break for time.
W8WKY.
So other than that, that's all the bad news. The good news, I got promoted again at work, so I'm now Director of Operations for my area. And we're going to enjoy the eclipse with the kids tomorrow. Apparently this is a school holiday for everybody as well, so we're looking forward to that. Before I forget, my trivia answers are going to be Alpha and Bravo. Why not? It's my blood type. Other than that, not a whole lot else to report. Great to be back on here. Hopefully I will remember to get on here for the nets again, and hopefully I'll be able to get that radio fixed and talk to y'all intermittently, not on the nets. So with that, I'm going to throw it back to net control. This is the Kilo 5, Romeo Foxtrot Golf.
All right, thank you, Ryan. It's good to hear you out there. Sorry about your house. That stinks. Okay. So I'll tell you, I've got a handful of Baofengs. If you need a new one, I'm happy to give it out. Shoot me a text. I think you saw my number. If not, I can text you, and we can maybe try to get you sorted out, get you a radio that you can use in some way, shape, or form to get out if you want to. Anyway, good to hear you out there, sir. Haven't heard you in a while. It's nice to hear your voice. So thanks for checking in tonight. But we can, like I said, shoot me a text, and we'll definitely figure something out to see if we can get you back on the air after something like that. And I appreciate it. Okay, next we have, let me look at my list here. Michael was not getting back to us. We talked to Dave. Matt was also not coming back to us. We're down to KQ4IZV James. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beaconette this evening?
KQ4IZV. I guess my trivia answers are going to be Alpha and Bravo. And there's not a whole lot going on tonight. It's been awfully quiet, which is a good thing for once. We're just kind of hanging around and getting ready to put the dogs up for the night. So, other than that, we're just living life and waiting for the eclipse tomorrow. Hopefully we can enjoy some of it. Anyway, alright, I guess I'm going to send it back to you guys up there at Net Control. Have a good night. This is KQ4IZV out.
Alright, thanks for getting with us, Sir James. Got your answers down for Alpha and Bravo. Okay, my next station is, I have two in-and-out stations. I have K5OSB, I have KF8AKL, and that takes me down to KM6DAK. Gilbert, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beaconette tonight? Kilo Mike 6 Delta Alpha Kilo. Gilbert, are you out there? And do you have traffic for the Beaconette? Okay, nothing heard from Gilbert. Let's go down and talk to KI5TAQ. Taco Tim, how you doing, sir? I'm sure you're out there. And what do you have for us this evening?
Good evening, Nick, and to everybody on the net. This is KI5TAQ. So I'm going to take a guess at the trivia questions right now. For the main question, I'm going to guess 1778. Answer A. For the alternate question, well, Bob Ross, we all know he was in the Air Force because he also had to do a lot of nose art painting. So I think he was. So I was thinking he's possibly going to be the Air Force. Those are my two answers. And of course, let's see. Well, hopefully come May or June, whenever Hamvention comes around, I may get a chance to see some of you guys up there in Dayton. But who knows? There's also green country down here in Oklahoma. So that's my first Hamfest I'll go to. But anyway, besides that, hope to hear from you guys again Wednesday night. And if I'm not on Wednesday night, well, I might be preparing for playing around with more stuff, especially with Alan. Other than that, you all take care. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, Tim. Yeah, I'm hoping to be a Hamvention this year. My niece graduates high school that Sunday, but it's in Columbus, so I haven't really broached the subject to my wife of saying, hey, let's go down to your parents on Friday night. You can stay at your family's house all weekend, and I'll disappear on Saturday and drive to Dayton for Hamvention. So that's on my list of subjects to broach, but I haven't done it yet. So I think it'll work out, but I still haven't finalized it. If it works out, then I'll be able to make it. Otherwise, I won't. But if I do, I'll have to figure it out and maybe get some eyeball QSOs going there, Tim. I'd appreciate that. Okay, this is K8QKO on the WWKR repeater. Going through our list of check-ins for the Beaconette. We are now down to AI5Q. Jairus, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beaconette this evening?
Good evening, all the Beacon netizens out there. This is Alpha India 5 Quebec, and I'm just hanging out. Had a very busy weekend teaching other adult leaders how to be Cub Scout leaders for their packs on campouts and stuff like that. It's a required training that we offer as trained individuals to other people in order to get them situated. We had a couple from Wichita come down for the training, and a bunch of people from around Tulsa, Broken Arrow, and Sand Springs, and the like. So it was actually a very good time, and got back today about 12:30. Noelle got back from her Order of the Arrow ordeal where she was moving gravel and boulders and pallets and tents around all day in silence, and it was a good day for her. She did get her finger smashed and have to go see the medics, but she recovered from that and got back to work, so that's a good thing. And then had a meeting for Cub Scouts tonight after my wife had her den meeting this afternoon at 1:30, which is why I had to be home before 1. Had a meeting at 7 o'clock, and we were locked out of the church, so we decided that we would go to a bar and have our meeting. So I had a couple of beers there, and a couple of more beers when I got home, and that's why my answer is Bravo and Bravo for beer and beer. Much to Alan's chagrin, I do drink beer, so there you go. AI5U back to net control.
All right, thank you, Jairus. You know, I don't know if it's in my head or not, but I've often thought of the Order of the Arrow as I thought, you pay to be part of it, and you go and you volunteer to do yard work. I was like, man, that seems like quite the gimmick, but I understand the idea of it. But in my head, I think of it that way, and I'm like, wait a minute, see, you get this award to go and volunteer to do yard work. That's I don't know, like I said, that pops into my head whenever I hear the Order of the Arrow. I know it's more than that, but anyway, that's how it goes. But congratulations on that, and sounds like you had a pretty eventful weekend, and it's good to hear it. Okay, now we have another check-in here from the blue screen. That's DK2DY. Now, before we go down and talk to him and take any additional check-ins, I'm going to go back up and get our trivia questions read for us again, because I have a feeling that anybody now who checks in probably did not hear the trivia. So, let's go up and talk to KE8VZ8 Eric and get our primary question read for us again. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA returning with a reread of the main trivia question. What year was the first recorded total solar eclipse in the United States? Choices are Alpha 1778, Bravo 1806, Charlie 1869, or Delta 1878. This is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. It's a fine question. And next, we're going to talk to KI5DAY Alan and get the alternate question read for us. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the group. Hey, real quick for my regular trivia answer, I'm going to say the regular trivia for me will be 1806. Seems like an insignificant year and wouldn't have much, I don't know, it just seems like because it's an odd year, that might be the one. We're going to go with that. B for my main. And now I will read tonight's alternate trivia. Let me let this drop. The alternate trivia question tonight is, the infamous PBS smooth-talking painter Bob Ross got his inspiration to paint from which one of the following? Was it A, a schoolmate named Danya Monet, the granddaughter of Claude Monet, a French artist, B, the U.S. Air Force, C, from his uncle Terry Ross, who was a wood-burning pyrography artist, or D, from Michelle Angelina Cornwall, who being his art instructor in high school. KI5DAY, back to Ned.
All right. Thank you for that reread there, Alan. All right, Robert, before I come down and talk to you, I'm going to put you're at the top of the new list. I'm going to say we're at the bottom of all of our check-ins for the Beacon Net this evening. It's been awesome. We're at 42 right now. It's a great night. Very busy. I'm loving it. Anyone else out there who would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Whiskey November 8, Sierra Charlie India, W8 SCI, I'll be in and out.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, recheck.
Kilo Echo 8 November Mike Yankee, KDA NMY, in and out.
Kilo Delta 8 Bravo Oscar Quebec, KD8 BOQ Corey in Michigan, in and out for this evening.
All right, pretty good list there. Let me run through what I've got. I have VK2DY. That's Robert. I have WN8SCI Walter in and out. I have WV3K Phil with a recheck. I have KE8NMY Zachary in and out. And then I have KD8BLQ Corey, who was also in and out. So let's go up and talk to VK2DY Robert. How you doing, sir? And how's life down in Sydney?
Yes, good afternoon, 1:09 p.m. It's Robert, Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee in northwestern Sydney. We switched back to daylight savings to standard time on Sunday, so it's now an hour earlier. It's 1:10. Last week this would have been 2:10. So it is what it is. You gotta do that, I guess. I love daylight savings time. I don't like it getting dark in the evenings, but that's what's going to happen now. It's getting dark before 6. Other than that, we had a major rain event last week, end of the week, Thursday, Friday, where we got 200 millimeters, which is about 8 inches, in a 24-hour period. And we are under a lot of water here anyway. So there was flooding all over the place, and the bridges underwater, and just a mess. And some of the bridges are still underwater because it takes a while for the water to get to the ocean. So it's still a bit of a mess here from that rain. But it is what it is. It's overcast right now, and about 23 degrees Celsius, 74 Fahrenheit. As to trivia questions, I'm trying to remember when the term United States was coined. I think it was actually coined in 1776. So if that's true, then the first eclipse in the United States would be 1778. So I'm going to believe that that term was coined already, and that it was in at least some usage by 1778. And for the other trivia question, I'm going to go with when he was in the Air Force. That's Bravo. So I guess Alpha and Bravo are my answers. VK2DY, back to that.
All right, thank you, Robert. Yeah, I got shut down for Alpha and Bravo. I chose mine slightly differently, and admittedly, part of it was Googling, but not Googling for the eclipse. I was curious about something else that popped into my head, and I think that's what maybe skewed my answer. We'll see if I end up being right or wrong. And I will own up to it at the end of the net, so I'm just not going to share any of my comments to ruin anything now as to why I chose what I did and what I did to make that choice. But, yeah, thank you, Robert, and appreciate you getting in there. I'll tell you, 8 inches of water, 8 inches of rain, that's a lot of rain. We get 2 to 3 inches here. There's a freaking river going through my backyard. I can only imagine 8 inches. That would be crazy. But thanks for getting with us there, and we always appreciate hearing from you. Now, our next station was WN8SCI Walter, who was in and out. Too bad. I like hearing from Walter. But if he wants to come back, he can always recheck. We also have a recheck from WV3K Phil. All right, sir. What do you have for your recheck?
WV3K. Nick, could you please just have the question for me, please reread? I'm sorry I'm asking this because I know sometimes that just, it takes up time for you to go through all that and still not stay in fluency with the rest of the group. But for me, would you please do that for me? I would like to know the question along with the answers again. That was for our primary question or trivia, please. WV3K, back to net control.
Absolutely, Phil. Always happy to, especially since I don't have to work tomorrow. So, we'll get both questions read for us again. I'll have K8VZA read the primary question. Eric, if you don't mind, would you be willing to do a reread?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA returning with a reread of the main trivia question. So, question is, what year was the first recorded total solar eclipse in the United States? Answers are Alpha, 1778, Bravo, 1806, Charlie, 1869, or Delta, 1878. KE8VZA, back to net control.
W8WKY.
All right. Thank you, sir. And Alan, would you be willing to reread the alternate question for us, please?
Sure thing. KI5DAY. Tonight's alternate trivia question. Larry, I'm reading. Be quiet. The infamous The infamous PBS smooth talking painter, Bob Ross, got his inspiration to paint from which of the following? A schoolmate named Danya Monet, who was the granddaughter of Claude Monet, a French artist? Or was it B, the U.S. Air Force? C, from his uncle Terry Ross, a wood-burning pyrography artist? Or D, from Michelle Angelina Cornwaldobine, his art instructor in high school? I5DAY, back to net.
All right. Thank you, Alan. Okay. WV3K Phil. Does that solve your problems and want to adjust your answers? Also, I noticed you did not answer the alternate question, so I read both again. So if you want to take a stab at the alternate, we're happy to take that one as well. Back to you, Phil.
And thank you, Eric, for being so kind to repeat that for me. Nick, I'll go. I think I'll go with Alpha on the first, and on the second, I'm going to go with Bravo. That one, I was fascinated to hear someone mentioned about Richard Goddard, and bless his soul. I mean, he was so amazing. I remember when I was a kid in middle school, and I had one of our instructors use him as a study source for us to watch his weather broadcast and study the weather through him. So that was very special for each of us at that time. Anyway, I will go with Bravo on the second. And anyway, back to net control. And again, thank you, Eric. And thank you very much to Nick for doing that for me. I appreciate that, both of you. WV3K, I am clear.
All right. Thank you, Phil. We got you down there for Alpha and Bravo, I think. Okay, yeah, you know, Dick Goddard, he was a really cool guy. When I was in my younger, early 20s, my mom used to volunteer at a animal rescue out in Portage County. And one day I was out there with her, and they had some event going on at the rescue, and Dick Goddard came out because he was really, really big into animal rescues and helping strays and that sort of thing. And I got to sit down and kind of talk to him for a little bit. And he was a really cool guy. You know, really down to earth for a local celebrity like that. So I appreciated that. That's where I kind of I talked to him about having been in the Air Force, because he and I had both been in the Air Force. And yeah, so it was good times. Really appreciated it. So we got your answers down, Phil. Happy to hear you out here, and thank you. Our next two stations are in and out. That's K8NMY and KD8BOQ. So we're back at the bottom of our list. This is K8QKO with a WWKO repeater. We can take some more check-ins. Anyone out there who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha November Tango, KF8, ANT, Steve and Illyria, in and out.
All right, I got one more there. KF8, ANT. Stephen, awesome. Thanks for checking in there, sir. I think my NetLogger has in and out. Are you, in fact, in and out? Can you come back, please?
This is KF8 ANT. I could be in or out, just sitting here listening to everyone. Thought I'd check in, 7-3 to everyone, and just listening in. Back to net control.
All right, copy that, sir. Thanks for checking in with us. Always happy to hear you. Okay, so we're kind of running long on the net tonight. This is great. I'm actually loving it tonight because I am not in a rush. Let's go up and talk to our net control team. Let's go up and talk to K8VZA Eric. See what he's got going on. Eric, do not read the trivia answer. We'll just get your comments for tonight.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. Good to hear you, Nick. Good to hear everyone else tonight. And really like the alternate trivia question. Very interesting. I'm going for alternate trivia. I'm going to pick answer Delta. I hear that Michelle Angelina Cornwaldo bean was very stunning, and all the boys in that high school signed up for that class if they could. You know, they got shut out after a while. So I'm going to go with Delta. And, kind of a exciting weekend. Worked on taxes. Yeah, I'm cutting it down to the wire here, but worked on our taxes. Got them about 90% complete, and got to do the two kids' taxes. Their taxes are easy. And anyway, not very exciting. Went to the rec center today with my wife, and then we went did a little grocery shopping afterwards. So that was nice to get out and about after being cooped up in front of the computer working on the taxes Saturday. So enough of that fun and games. Other than that, enjoyed the sun today. Changed the oil in one of the cars today. Realized it was like way overdue, so took care of that while the weather was good. And that's about all I have. This is KE8ZZA, back to net control, 73, everybody. I'll still be here.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, taxes. That is still on my to-do list, so don't feel too bad. Yeah, I still have to get mine done. I'll probably do it this week. I'm not looking forward to it. I hate doing taxes, but it is what it is. Okay. Next, we're going to talk to KD8 EPC. Dustin, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net this evening?
All right, KE8 QKO and the Beacon Net. This is KD8 EPC. Well, good evening, Nick. Let me start with the trivia answers. I'm going to go with Bravo for the main and Delta for the alternate there. Not a whole lot going on. Rough weekend. My grandma passed away last night, so we've been mourning that and funeral arrangements this week. So we have to deal with that. But otherwise, we are excited about the eclipse tomorrow. We got the day off because we don't know how bad the traffic's going to be, and I'd rather not fight and deal with it to make it just a few bucks in tips. So going to take the day off, catch the eclipse, and have a good day there. With that, that's all I've got for you. I'm going to say 73. Have a great rest of the evening, and we'll catch you down the log. This is KD8 EPC, back to net control.
All right, Dustin, thank you. Sorry to hear about your grandpa. I'm really sorry to hear about that. I tell you what, when you find out those funeral arrangements and what's going on there, do me a favor and send me a text with the info or something like that. I'd appreciate that. But I'm sorry to hear about your grandpa, and I hope you guys are doing okay and handle it all right. Okay, next we're going to talk to KD8 SLG, Just Nick. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8 QKO, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Nick, and all of the Beacon Netizens. Great to be here as always. I'm going to go with Alpha and Delta this evening. I simply have to say Cornwaldo being on the air. I did contact the Cornwaldo Bean clan archivist and ask about Michelle Angelina Cornwaldo Bean, and that is a very, very short stem on the Cornwaldo Bean clan family tree. And yes, she was quite the looker, and there was some hubbub concerning the relationships with her students. But they didn't talk about that. Anyway, I did catch a film last week called Paint, starring Owen Wilson, and he played Carl Nargle, Vermont's #1 public television painter. Looked just like Bob Ross. I'm pretty sure that's where the inspiration came from. It was a pretty good time for an Owen Wilson comedy, to be honest with you, and it was better than it had any right to be. My condolences to Dustin. I'm not going to throw a bunch of announcements at all of y'all tonight. This is KD8 SLG. Back to net control. Thanks, Nick.
All right. Thank you, Nick. I was going to say something. Oh, I'm really surprised there wasn't more branches on that tree, because if I'm not mistaken, I thought Angelina adopted a whole bunch of children from overseas that would have added a whole new slew of Cornwaldo Bean branches. But I could be mistaken. Anyway, thanks for the check-up there, Nick, and checking on the archives. We always appreciate it. Okay, this is KEQK and the WWQI repeater. We're talking to our net control stations. We're going to go down and talk to KF5DAY Alan, who is going to give us his comments but not read the answer to the alternate question. Alan, take it away. Kilo India 5, Delta Alpha Yankee, KF5DAY. Alan, are you out there? Do you have comments for the Beacon Net tonight?
Okay, KI5DAY. My apologies, I grabbed the wrong microphone and I was talking to a dead mic again. That's the second time I've done that on the BeaconNet. Anyways, yeah, my comments are condolences, first of all, to Dustin for his grandma. Sorry about that, man. It's like my grandparents died when I was pretty young, but I had step-grandparents, and they were a little younger than my other biological grandparents, so I got pretty close to them. But again, hope, peace. It brings everybody together closer in his family. Not much going on. I'm not a big fan of the eclipse thing. I don't really care that much about it. I'll probably just go outside and watch it get dark for a few minutes and go back in and drink a cup of coffee, as I said in the comments earlier. What else? Man, we got a new GMRS repeater that's out the American Airlines repeater site in Tulsa, so we're doing some GMRS rendezvous during the week. That's a lot of fun. And not much else. I know we're supposed to get some rain and storms starting tomorrow night for 2 or 3 days. And hopefully that'll get out of here so I can get some good weather so I can play some HF once in a while. But anyways, getting tired. I'll get it back to you. Hope everybody's doing well. I'll be sticking around to give the answer when you're ready. KI5DAY.
All right. Thank you, Alan. And thanks for your alternate trivia question tonight. We appreciate it. Okay, so we got all our traffic from our Beacon, all of our check-ins, our BeaconNet crew. So we're going to open up here. We're going to do one more round of check-ins. Anyone out there who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location. Let me take it right there. The last station that tried to check in, you were full of static, and I did not catch any of your transmission. Could you try to relocate or adjust your power level or something, because we didn't get anything? Please come back.
India 5, Uniform Hotel, first say hello. Hi to all of you. My name is Luis, and I'm calling from Victoriaville, Illinois.
All right, I think I heard Whiskey India 5 Uniform Hotel. Is that correct? Last station, I believe I heard, actually it looks like my NetLogger has Kilo India 5. I thought I heard Whiskey India 5, Uniform Hotel. Lewis, I believe, can you come back? All right, it looks like we have, in NetLogger, we have Kilo India 5, Uniform Hotel. And I think that's what we're going to go with. Are there any additional check-ins for the BeaconNet? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Let's go up and talk to our trivia masters, get the answers for our trivia questions. It's 11:31. This is KEAQKO and the WWKR repeater. So, KEAVZA, want to come back with your trivia answer?
KEAQKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. So what year was the first total solar eclipse recorded in the United States? The answer is Alpha, 1778. According to NASA, a few short years after the U.S. became an independent country, the eclipse was visible from the Carolinas to New England and was noted by historical figures like Thomas Jefferson, according to the Mount Vernon Museum. And troops in Washington's Army also noted the event because the Revolutionary War was still ongoing at that point. The other years mentioned, 1806, 1869, and 1878, were all years where there were total solar eclipses, and one of them, 1869, was the first time photos of the eclipse, photos of an eclipse were first published in a mass publication, and that was Harper's Magazine. Anyway, so 1778 was the answer. So with that, this is KE8 VZA back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Yeah, like I said, I had a thought to my process. I said I would share it. So my original thought was 1878 or maybe 1778, because 78 is a great vintage for any century. I tell you, it's like the best vintage for any century, the best year. It's where they get the best kids. That's where they get the best, the best of the best come out of those years. But then I thought, oh man, that sounds like maybe like something Lewis and Clark would have experienced. Like maybe they would have seen a solar eclipse in part of their travels or intermeeting with Native Americans. So I Googled Lewis and Clark and I realized that was 1806. So that must have been the answer. So I changed my answer to 1806, and I was wrong, very, very wrong. So I thought I'd share my my quick Googling, not trying to get the answer, but I'm just like, I wonder when their expedition started. And so that's where my answer came from. So fine business, Eric. You got everybody. I appreciate it. And let's go on and talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate answer. Alan, take it away.
W8WKY.
KI5DAY in the net. Hey, I'm on the right microphone this time, in the right radio. And to those who Googled the answer to tonight's question, 20 lashes with wet spaghetti noodles and 30 minutes in a corner. Tonight's alternate trivia question was, the infamous PBS smooth-talking painter Bob Ross got his inspiration to paint from which of the following? Yes, it was indeed the U.S. Air Force. He went into the Air Force around 1961 as an 18-year-old, and he worked as a medical rec tech. And at first, his career, the first couple of years, kept him in Florida when he enlisted, but eventually he got stationed at Eielson Air Force Base. Been there, done that, when I was in the Air Force, outside of Fairbanks, Alaska. Ross would later admit on an episode of The Joy of Painting, which was his show, that he was 21 years old before he ever saw snow, being from Florida and not getting out much, I guess. But his surroundings in Alaska pretty much led him to seeing some of the most beautiful scenery he thought he'd ever seen, so that led him to be inspired to start trying to paint. So a lot of his paintings, a lot of the things that he depicted was what he saw in Alaska, so that's where a lot of his inspiration came from. So yes, if you guessed off we go into the Wild Blue Yonder Air Force, you were correct. KI5DAY, back to net.
Fantastic, Alan. I did get that. And, the Air Force is the best force. And I'm going to say, now you mentioned that, I was half tempted to start singing. But I don't think anybody here, not myself either, wants to hear that. But thank you for another fine alternate question there, Alan. Okay, so we've got our trivia answers read for us. Anyone else who would like to check in the BeaconNet? This is your one and last call. Please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Whiskey, Bravo 8, Charlie, X-Ray, Oscar, WB8CXO, Mike in Monroe Falls.
All right, WB8CXO, Mike, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
I'm doing great. We have been streaming the net on YouTube, but we have not been able to participate or listen until now. So here we are. Here's a check-in, 7-3 to all. Have a great week, WB at CXO.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Got you on the log. Okay, so that's the bottom of the list there. I'm going to close this down. It's after 11:30. We've been going for over an hour and a half. This is fantastic. We have, how many check-ins do we have here? We have 49 check-ins. That's a great night tonight, so I really appreciate everybody checking in. I will say on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KEA, QAV, KEA-VZA, KEA-SLG, KEA-DPC, and KF5DAY, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WAWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496 at Echolink WAWKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WAWKY repeater every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time except for Sunday. Also, don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KEA-QKO returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time, 73 all.
W8WKY repeater PL1 14.8. W8WKY. W8WKY.